Hello and welcome to Odds on League and Matchday 30. We have an odd weekend, last one because many games were postponed because of the European games. But this week we are back with the 9 games we have in France and with good news for PSG in the semi-finals of the competition. Very important for the club, very important for the project, very important for Luis Enrique. Alain Valnegri.
Hello, yes. Is a is a glorious day for French football after the Paris Saint-Germain be able to won 4-1 in Barcelona. The decision to the Ligue to postpone the game for the European team was correct until now. Now we wait for Lille and Olympique de Marseille.
Exactly. We are doing this video before the games we have on Thursday for these other European teams, but it paid off for PSG. We will talk about the best game in this match day, PSG Lyon, but we also have Brest Monaco second against third. So let's not waste any time. Remember to subscribe to our channel, to leave your comments, and now let's go on with the show. First game on Friday, Nice-Lorient. Nice fifth in the standing, Lorient in the bottom 3. None of these teams played the last weekend. This should be, well, a must-win game for Nice, 5 points away from Lille, but Alain, they are super poor recently. Only 1 win in the last 9 games. No victories at the Allianz Rivière since the 28th of January. And now we are seeing almost the summer ahead of us, Alain.
Yes, and they lose point in the last 3 games in Nice against team fighting against relegation. Nantes, Montpellier, and Clermont. Is clear that Nice is in a crisis. Is the bad moment of the season, and after a brilliant first part of the season with a really strong defense, the team lose that powder in no possession ball phase. Now Lorient are not going better, because Lorient was start really bad the season and had a really negative situation, but in the last 5 games, 3 victory, 1 draw, and they lose only in Montpellier. They catch a very good draw against Monaco. They won in Rennes and in Strasbourg. In my opinion, the last game in Montpellier doesn't draw the situation about Lorient. We must take seriously Lorient for this game. In spite of that, Nice must to have a reaction. Nice will be attack. Lorient is the worst defense in Ligue 1. For that reason, I choose over 2.75 goals, odds 1.98.
Do not trust Nice with this really low odds. Is 1 point in the last 4 for both sides. Nice and Lorient really in bad form. Next games on Saturday, Nantes, Rennes. Nantes 5 points away from relegation, but it was a vital win in Le Havre, 1-0. Bamba scored the goal in the last minute, so it was a very important game for Nantes, but be careful again. This is a really bad home team. 7 consecutive defeats at La Beaujoire. Usually it's a strong side when they play at home. And Alain, this is a derby, and Rennes are also in a really bad position. It's only 1 week in the last 7.
It's 8 games lose at home. If we had the game in Coupe de France against Laval, a Ligue 2 team, is a mystery. Not is a totally mystery, because not away they catch really good results. They won in Le Havre, they won in Nice, they won in Lorient, they won in Toulouse. in the last 5 games away. They lose only in Marseille. The last game against Rennes, they lose the last 4. Rennes was able to win 2 times in Nantes 1-0. But Rennes, I think, is one of the worst team in Ligue 1. If we take the quality of the squad and the position in the table, Rennes have a lot of talent. When they change the manager, they had a really good January and February months, but in the last week, I think Rennes are bad and show his limit, especially when they played away. But they lose the last four games with a big problem with the goal. Only 1 goal score in the last 4 games, and with the attack potential of Rennes is really strange. Something is not going well in the vestry. I think Stefan doesn't found the key to change the season. In spite of that, they have 4 points than the European spot. Is mandatory for Rennes to catch a European spot, but it's the last call. Because if they doesn't win this game and the difference can be increased this weekend to 5, 6, or 7 points, after it should be very difficult to catch a European spot. When we saw the tendency about not at home, it's difficult to imagine not winning this game. For that reason, I choose 2x bet odds 1.73.
Okay, draw no bet for Rennes. Right now, they are 4 points away from the 6th spot. And in the 6th spot, we have Lens playing at home this weekend at the Volaert. Lens Clermont, another team in terrible form, missing chance after chance to go to Europe. Even they lost to Metz. Only 1 point in the last 4 games this season. Alain, 4 defeats already at home. And we were always talking about the strength at home for Lens, but they are playing Clermont, bottom of the table. At least it looks like a small reaction for Clermont, no? They drew with Montpellier and PSG the last 2 games.
But Clermont, the situation is hard. In spite of that, they have only 4 points to the play-out spot. And now Lens, it's strange, the situation about Lens, because after they go out of the European League, everybody think, okay, Lens can be found again his best version, because there will be play 1 games per week, and a team who play a really intense football. Everybody thought Lens will be catch a European spot. In spite of that, they're in Conference League already, but with only 2 point difference from Lyon. And Lyon is the best team in the last 10 games in Ligue 1. They must to add point. They must to cut that bad moment. But warning with Clermont, because Clermont is not the last call, but Clermont needed a point, and against a team with that type of difficulty we already mentioned. For that reason, I choose the biggest surprise in this journey. I choose the double opportunity. Clermont doesn't lose in Lens, X2, the odds 2.75, but warning, because it's really risky.
It is risky, but it's also risky going for Lens to win. I wouldn't put this result not even in my ACCA. The odds are very low, 1.45, and it's a team completely out of form in the last weeks. Well, for Sunday, we have 6 games. Le Havre Metz is the first one key game for the relegation battle. Le Havre, they dropped to the relegation spots. It's only 1 point in the last 4 games. It's only 1 win in the last 11 games. So really bad moment for them. Metz, on the other hand, they look more optimistic right now, Alain. With a win, they are out of the relegation spots, and as you said before, they were able to beat Lens in the last game.
But Metz is difficult to predict Metz because there doesn't have balance, because they catch really good results against strong team in this league, and they lose out of point against team fighting against relegation. The question is, who is worst right now? I think Le Havre is worst. The last 10 games, Le Havre catch only 5 points and is the worst team in Ligue 1. And we know when you are fighting against relegation, the last months of the competition are the most important. And Le Havre arrived to this key moment with bad feeling, really bad feeling. Metz away, I prefer Metz away than at home, because they'll be able to catch more points away. Respect to when they're playing in Lorient. Le Havre, I don't understand where is the problem, because during 25 games, not 20 games, the first 20 games, they do a really good first phase of the season. But for that reason, I think Metz will lose this game. I choose the double opportunities, 𝐿2 odds 1.80.
Very interesting, the fight to avoid relegation this season. Next game, Lille Strasbourg. Lille, they didn't play last weekend. They are focusing the conference tie with Aston Villa, but they have to focus again also in Ligue 1 if they want to qualify for the Champions League. In the last 2 home games, they beat Marseille and Lens, but they are facing now Strasbourg in really good form, 10 points out of the last 12.
Yes, Strasbourg, the last 4 games, so we saw the best version of Strasbourg. Especially the defense are really strong right now. Only two goals conceded in the last 4. Now Lille, the only limit or the only risk about Lille is the accumulation of the game, because Lille are doing a brilliant season. The last season was good. This season is brilliant. It's brilliant because they have option to qualify in Conference League for a semi-final, and they're only 3 points to Monaco. They're fighting for the champions. Lille at home is simple. Is the best team in Ligue 1. 33 points. They're better respect to Paris Saint-Germain. Now Strasbourg away, we saw very good things and we saw really bad things. I think they do the best thing in the best moment, because Strasbourg this season is a streaky team, and now they are in positive streak. If we add the game against Aston Villa, I think Lille can be a little tired. And for that reason, Strasbourg, I think, is one of the best team for the both team to score. Strasbourg is able to score in Lille, and Lille again at home is the best team in Ligue 1. Both teams to score are, for me, an interesting odds 1.91.
Strasbourg is the third best team in both teams to score in Ligue 1. 62% of their games ended with both teams scoring, and this could be a very good weekend for Lille, because we have to remind our audience that the 4th spot goes to the playoff of the Champions League, and the last years France lost their team in the playoff in summer, and Brest and Monaco, they are playing each other, so it's a good opportunity for Lille to reduce the distance with these two teams. Before we analyze Brest-Monaco, we have game Montpellier, not a lot to play in this game on stake, but a game still with options to qualify for Europe. They are 3 points away from Lens. Montpellier, I guess, Alain, 7 points now away from bottom three. They are in great form, 11 points in the last 15 games. They are safe.
Yes, we can say that. We can say that the last three games are, I think, the best answer about Montpellier. 7 points in three games against team are fighting against relegation. To Montpellier, we saw very good things, especially in the offensive phase this season. For Montpellier, is a young team, and they play a really good football. It's funny to saw the game of Montpellier. Reims are playing very well against every rival in one game, not in both games, but in one game, because their catcher is a draw in Paris against PSG, but after they can go to Strasbourg and lose 3-1. Now Reims, I think the goal is catch a Conference League spot. They are fighting for that reason, and we must add something. If Paris Saint-Germain win the Coupe de France, the seventh spot is a spot for Conference League, and right now there are only 2 points, or only 1 point, sorry, down to that position, and they are fighting for this position. I choose Reims winning because I think Reims have something to play. Montpellier are safe, and that one can make the difference. And the odds are so attractive because I think that the different both teams are not with a Reims with a odds with 2.00. I choose Reims winning, odds 2.00.
All right, and the game I was mentioning before, Brest-Monaco, second against the third, very important one for qualifying for the Champions League. Last season, Brest, plenty of goals in the last 2 games, lost 4-3 to Lyon. They were winning 1-3, beat 4-3. Or won 4-3 in the previous game. For Monaco, they didn't play at the weekend, and Alain, they are very dangerous when they play away from the Ligue, 4 consecutive wins away from home.
Yes, Monaco is really good away. Is the second team in Ligue with 28 points in 14 games. We saw the best version in Monaco away this season. Brest lose a game in Lyon, in my opinion, can be changed a little the management of the last journey in Ligue, because they're really upset for the referee decision in this game. And now the football version about Brest, we saw the best version this season. Now the most important is the management of emotion, and they start to have pressure. And the question is, Brest is ready to manage that type of pressure. Is a game really important because it's the second against third, and I think Monaco have best management of the emotion. Monaco away is dangerous. And Brest, I think the game in Lyon can be let something bad in the head of the player. For that reason, I choose Monaco winning odds 2.60.
Next game, Toulouse, Marseille with the focus on the tie with Benfica in the Europa League, but the numbers are bad. 5 consecutive defeats after the good start on the bench for 𝐜𝐨𝐧𝐧𝐶. Things have turned around. And Toulouse, Alain, in the middle of the table, beat Rennes away, but they are having better numbers this season away from home than at home. How do you see this one? Tricky one, eh?
Marseille is the Russian mountain this season. A team without balance. 𝐻𝐸𝐽 came in the bench, they won 5 games consecutive with a lot of goals scored, with a very good feeling. From Villarreal, where they have 4-goal advantage, and they risk to go to the extra time. From this game, Marseille disappeared. 5 consecutive losing. It's true in Benfica, in Lisbon against Benfica, we saw a better version about Olympique Marseille. There can be fighting against Benfica in Europa League to catch a semi-final, but the feeling are bad in spite of the improvement in the first week with 𝐻𝐸𝐽 in the bench. Toulouse was in a risky situation, but in the last 3 games we saw a reaction, and Toulouse able to win in Rennes, and that one is important. Toulouse, without the Europe, Toulouse is a good team, and we saw last season with the Coupe de France winning, and now is the best moment of Toulouse in Ligue 1. We saw the best version in Europa League this season, but now in Ligue 1, the team feel comfortable without pressure because Toulouse is safe. Now it's 10-point up to the relegation spot. There can be play with a free mind. This game is always really important for Toulouse when they play against Olympique de Marseille. Toulouse is an offensive team, and I think we will be see goals in Toulouse next Sunday. I choose over 2.75 goals, odds 2.04.
Well, very difficult, of course, to put your money on Marseille, even if they are favorites for this game. And the best game this weekend, PSG Lyon. We will see this game in the Coupe de France final on the 25th of May. But before, in Ligue 1, we also have this game, probably even more important for Lyon, because they have even a chance to finish in European spots, or even if they are lucky, if they keep this good run, why not, in the top 4. 8 wins in the last 10 games, beat Brest 4-3, but Alain, PSG are, of course, optimistic and very happy after that historical win at Montjuic, the first time in their history that they lose the first leg at home in Europe, and they are able to come back away.
Yes, it's true. And in Barcelona, with who they have a rivalry really strong, especially from Neymar signing with Messi, with Dembélé, the last summer. They have an interesting reaction because the game in Paris, we saw some limits about Luis Enrique with his choice. Mbappé do a really bad game in the first game. Now yesterday, they do a very good game, but the expulsion about Araujo changed the game. Because Barca was happy in the results. They are winning 1-0, and that one changed totally the game. Now Lyon Paris Saint-Germain is the appetizer of the final of Coupe de France. They will be play at the end of May. Both teams. Lyon is interesting, the season of Lyon, because remember, Edu, at the beginning, in the first 20 games, Lyon was in a relegation spot. Now after that change for third time the manager, they do a very good market in January, and right now Lyon are only 2 points to the European spot. And I add you something: if Lyon lose the final of Coupe de France, there will be a European spot, because the 7 the 7th place in Ligue means European spot. 3 months ago, nobody thought about Lyon can be catch a European spot. Lyon can be scored against every team. Paris concede a lot of goals this season, and they'll be able to score. For that reason, I choose both teams to score. Odds 1.62.
Great, very interesting game. This PSG Lyon in 1 month they will fight for the title in the Coupe de France. Alain, your safe bet?
My safe bet: Lille, Strasbourg, both teams to score. Reims, Montpellier, Reims winning. Toulouse, Olympique Marseille over 2.75 goals, and PSG OL both teams to score for a total 12.62.
Okay, well, this was the ACCA, the safe bet.
Reims Montpellier over 1.75 goals, odds 1.27.
All right, Alain Valnegri, thank you very much. Remember that next week we have a lot of games in Ligue 1 because the 3 postponed games will be played on Wednesday. So we will be back to analyze all the games that we have in France. Alain Valnegri, thank you. See you next week. Bye-bye.